Welcome! If you're new to the channel, you come to the right place to be with all of us who are like-minded, a group or a community of kind people who are crazy about stitching in all forms. Any questions you might have, you can put down in the comments, and if I don't have the answer, someone on this channel will have the answer. There is so much support here for each other, and I personally love it and need it. So welcome to everyone. What have I been up to this week? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that over there, and a little bit of that right here. It's that time in my year where I have to be a little bit more organized, and on top of that there's a lot of other things in my life that are creating a little bit of chaos. But that's all you can count on is change, isn't it? So right now I'm working towards organizing myself to go over the mountain to Sisters. It's in that part of the country, the biggest outdoor quilt show, and just so much fun activity. You have to put it on your bucket list. You just have to. I'll be down there for a week. I have 4 days of Zoom sit and stitch, and it's going to be a hybrid. I am not quite sure what it'll be like, but I know I'm going to have a good time. So I hope those of you that have signed up for it will also be having a good time. Without having it in person, it's kind of an evolving event, and I'm pretty quick on my feet when it comes to adjusting. So I think we're going to just have a blast, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be down in Sisters for a week, and what I'm looking forward to is having some type of meetup on one of the days. I don't know which day. I'll actually probably put it out on Instagram or Facebook, and just have a in-person meetup like at Fika Coffee and Sisters, because my girlfriend owns that, and I just love it. I love it. Plus, they make ocean roll coffee. And you're going, what's an ocean roll coffee? Well, if you've ever been to Bend, Oregon, Sparrow Bakery in Bend, Oregon is famous for their ocean roll. And it's like a cinnamon roll of sweet, gooey goodness that has cardamom, and I mean, you just want to rub it. You want to rub it all over your face. Well, I can get a coffee at Fika where they make it taste like an ocean roll, a liquid ocean roll. So I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that and to meeting some of you there. It'll be interesting to see how they've arranged the quilt show, because it's going to be different. The highway through town will not be closed. The quilts, there'll be, probably a third to a half of the number of quilts that they normally have hanging around town. But boy, it's going to feel awesome. It's going to feel awesome that we get to have one. And the town of Sisters just embraces everyone. They embrace everyone. I can't wait to see the new Ski Inn. That's a new building in town that replaced one where a tree fell on it. And seeing friends and shopping in my favorite shops. I am so looking forward to all of that. And we are going to be camping in town, and so I'll be able to just walk around, which is great. So I've been beefing up my I've been beefing up my walking skills. This morning, I walked up Scouter's Mountain twice. I went up and down twice. I was sweating like you wouldn't believe. So I took a shower for you guys. Yeah, because well, this isn't a scratch and sniff video, but I thought you'd feel better if I took a shower. But the mountain is beautiful. While I was walking up and down, there was only one other man walking up and down, and I passed him twice. The sky is as blue and as beautiful as can be. It's lovely. Today it might actually reach the 80s, which we're looking forward to because it's been more in the 60s. And we've had intermittent rain, but no rain today. Today is going to be an outdoor day. I planted a bleeding heart in my front yard yesterday, so I'm excited about that because on the other side of the mountain, I could only grow it in a pot, but here you can grow, and they get to be big bushy things. So, and it's one of my favorite plants. Let's see, what else? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? It was 115 in Tucson yesterday. You talk about melting. Wow, I couldn't believe that, 115. Yeah, and fire season has started. They had a fire in the Catalina Mountains. You know, over in Sisters, that's our natural disaster, so I worry about that. But let's hope everyone behaves themselves and Mother Nature remains calm and doesn't spark any thunder showers. That hike up the mountain, though, is so good for my soul, so good for my body and for my soul. I do use a walking stick because I fall down, so. And there's no reason other than my body is built so that it's not ergonomically balanced. And so if I start going over it, it's like a ponderosa pine. You know, I just go over. So I use my walking stick and I just hike up there and, you know, stop at the top and look at Mount Hood and enjoy Mother Nature. So that's what I did this morning. Today I am going to be organizing myself. I was lucky enough, and I will share with you later in this video, I was lucky enough to have the Yazzii Bag Company sent me 2 more bags. And so I'm going to review those for you. I'm very excited because since I am going down to the quilt show and Quilter's Affair and Sisters, the way I am structuring my sit and sew has traditionally always been about everyone just sitting and sewing together and conversing. But I feel like because I'm not able to be in a room with the people, that one of the things I would like to do is to take like 15-20 minutes at the beginning of the sit and sew and demo a technique that I use or something that I enjoy doing that I can share with the people who are on Zoom. And then the rest of the sit and sew time will be used for people to share what they're working on and also to ask me any questions. I am full of opinions and thoughts, so I would love to share those with you. If there's room, you can still sign up. I'm not sure there's a limit of people on the sit and sew, but normally it's limited to 20, or sometimes they'll push it to 25 people. So each day I'm doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and each day at the beginning, I thought I would take a different technique. And I know I've shared this with you before. So one day I'll do hexies, one day I'll do embroidery, just how I do it. One day I'll do primitive wool stitching, and one day I'll do Sashiko. So the Yazzii bags arrived just in time because I'm getting organized. We are going down in the van, and that limits the number, the amount of space. And so I thought that I was going to figure out how to pack everything. And then these two Yazzii bags showed up, and they provide a whole nother way of organizing. And so each day I'll have, plus I want to take my own stuff to, work on in my leisure time. So later in this video I will do a product review of those two Yazzii bags so that you can choose which might work for you, or maybe you need more than one like I do. So we'll do that. I'll have the camera remounted so that it faces down and you can see those two bags. We have been cleaning and moving things out of our condo that was in downtown Portland. We will no longer have that, and that made no sense since we now live here, which meant that even though it was a small little tree house, we had things that we loved in it. So how to incorporate those into our already overflowing life. And we had our son come over, take what you want. We don't need 2 sets of silverware, we don't need pots and pans, all this type of stuff. But there's a lot of artwork too that's there. And I'm kind of excited to have this back in my house. And one of the things I wanted to show you, I had on a wall in the condo that now will hang on a wall here, is my Sashiko. And this was a Sashiko kit that I purchased from Sylvia Pippin, who has a shop. I think she still has a shop. I'm going to contact her and make sure. And then I also want to do one of those Zooms with her because I love her. She's such a lovely person. But here it is. I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing. So, see, there's a Sashiko. This was a block, I don't think it was a block of the month, but it was a kit. And it was a combination of Sashiko and cyanotyping. I think that's what it's called. And she shows you how to do that. She has special fabric treated, and then you have these motifs, and you put it in the sun, and it's a whole process. What can I say? And we took a class from her at Asilomar. Some of the fabric stockers and I took the class. And so some of this is a combination of Sashiko and cyanotyping. Isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, I love the combination. Let's see. So I had this hanging with 2 framed pieces alongside of it that went perfectly with it. And these 2 pieces were made by Jean Wells, who is the owner, the former owner, retired now, not so retired because she's working really hard designing and being creative, of the Stitch and Post and the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show. She started the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show. And so I got these 2 pieces from her, and they hung I mean, this is the type of, I'm just amazed at her color placement, her design elements, and what she does. So I'm going to show it to you again. And these were framed and matted. And she made these in 2018. And here's the next one. Aren't they gorgeous? So these two hung like this on the side of my Sashiko piece, and it just, they went perfectly together. So I have a space now here that I'm going to hang those. I also found at the condo 2 more framed postcards that I got at previous auctions that were being held through the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show. And I was so happy because Dawn, who is the director of the quilt show, she found my postcard that I sent in for this year's auction. Oh, I was so happy. I called her, like a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, and I said, I just want to make sure that my postcard had gotten there. And she said, well, I haven't seen it. And I was like, oh, I hope she finds it. Well, she found it. Yay. So it's going to be framed, and I'm going to get a picture of it. So, but let me just show you these other postcards that I have purchased. Now this one, this is by Scott Hansen. And if you've never taken a class or checked out Scott Hansen, he is just a lovely human being, a fabulous quilter, a fabric designer, and a hoot and a half. And this was from 2018. I always wanted to take that class where he did his design of these trees, but always the class was at the same time I was teaching. But isn't that fabulous? Yeah. I love that one. And then this one is by my friend Tony Belinda Phillips, who lives in Camp Sherman, and it's one of her fun, happy houses, the kind of house that you want to live in. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Let's see, does it say when this card was? No. It's a combination of wool and cotton. So, that's the thing, is that you can make these little postcards, and when you frame them, it just makes them shine. Just makes them shine. I had some Happy Mail. This is really awesome Happy Mail by Jamie. Jamie sent me some Happy Mail. Oh. I hope you're cooled off, Jamie. Oh my gosh, it sounded so hot in Tucson. But remember that little heart mat that I got for my mini iron, my Dritz mini iron? Well, Jamie sent me an iron-shaped one. This one's going to fit perfectly in my Yazzii bag. And a design board. This has bees all along the edge. And she wrote such a nice note on the back. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you so much. But that wasn't all. She included a couple pieces of fabric, and they are going in a hexie for sure. Look at how beautiful that is. That is so beautiful. And then look at these bees. Oh, awesome, awesome. I just love it. I just love it. You know, it's pretty bad or pretty darn good when you're in your stash pile. You know how sometimes people have a lot of Christmas or whatever their passion is, like a lot of batiks or something. I have a pile that's just bees. Yeah. So I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to set up for the review of the Yazzii bags and a little bit of information on what I'm bringing and what I'm packing and how I intend to use them. They are such awesome travel bags. They're just so darn sturdy. And then when you decorate them, it just becomes like designer luggage with the most precious things in them because it's all your stitching, you know. And it's interesting because originally the Yazzii company was about travel bags, but the craft industry embraced them not only for their sturdiness but for their versatility. Excuse me. So stay tuned, okay? We're going to move on to the next segment. Welcome to the second segment of Quilt Roadies. Today I am going to review two different types of Yazzii bags. I have only, you know, I have about 4 different kinds of Yazzii bags. And I'm here to tell you that they're just so awesome that you can't have too many as long as they can work into your life. And if you are on the go, these are the bags you want to take with you. I was shocked. I had never had a maxi Yazzii 3-piece bag. I had gone with the crafters version, and this one is amazing. It is huge. Both of these bags that I'm going to show you today are multiple project bags, which is going to be perfect for me to head over the mountain to the classes at the Quilters Affair in Sisters, Oregon, because I can fit everything I want in these 2 bags, and that's going to be awesome. This is a 3-piece bag. It has 11 zippered pockets. I am just amazed by this bag. So let's take a look inside. So you have this outside zipper. I mean, this thing is great. When I open it, it's not even going to fit in the screen because it is fantastic. This is a great carry-on bag. I mean, you can, you don't even need a purse because everything can fit in here. So what I decided to pack into this maxi Yazzii is my Sashiko and my Sue Spargo. So in this front pocket you can see that there are numerous zippers, and I love that the zippers here, the zippers go both ways. So if you wanted to, you could only have to open 1/2 of the pocket. but I have all of my, the planned project for my Sashiko, and what I am taking is the Maple Leaf Table Runner. This is a Sylvia Pippin design, and I've been working on it for quite a while, so I'm ready to get it done. And this is how far I have gotten. It takes a little bit different type of Sashiko thread, and so I'm enjoying the color of it. And then I have my thread for this project right here in this pocket. So in the front pocket I have my my actual project, I have the pattern, I have extra patterns. This is a little extra kit in case I get something done and need to start something. I have needles, different variety of Sashiko threads, the traditional Egyptian cotton white Sashiko threads, the Sashiko threads that came with this kit that I bought. And then as I turn over, I am into my Sue Spargo project area. So this was the project that that I started at Tanca Verde. It was the Madeline Island School of the Arts class that was held in Tucson with Sue Spargo, and I'm ready to get this one done too. So I pulled out the project. I chose as many varieties of different types of threads, and you can see they all fit in here. There's so many different pockets, some different types of ribbon, needles, and then there's these additional pockets. So in this little one I have all my little beads, and look at those tiny hexies, aren't they cute? Charms that I might want to use on this project, threads that I haven't wound on. I like to wind them on these Cosmo stars, and then different tools that Sue Spargo, her company, her son designed. Isn't that great, these additional pockets? And in this big pocket here, I have the very first creative stitching book. I bought this pattern at the Stitching Post toned down circle sampler because this is going to help me get all of my Sue Spargo circles done, because there's so many ideas in this one pattern. And then I fit in here my Yazzii wallet that I had previously embellished because it has a variety of my needles. It also, I put inside this wallet, I sewed a little piece of wool and put some labels for different types of needles depending on what you need for this stitching here. Threaders, a pad for drizzle stitches, so that all fits in here also. And it is amazing. So that is the Maxi Yazzii 3-piece bag. I'm very excited. So I have two big projects in here, and it's going to be able to hit the road with me. And I'll show you this again. So if you decide you need one of these, it's the Maxi Yazzii 3-piece bag. And the dimensions are 15 by 15 by 3 1/4 inches. And it includes a set of 3 zippered pouches. Those pouches are invaluable. Now the next bag is quite interesting. It's called the Deluxe Double Organizer. This would be great for knitters. It's also great to carry your jewelry and all the additional things you need when you travel, but I have 2 different projects in it, and I plan to pack it some more because I have so much space. Now you can see how much smaller this is, but it's like this expanding cake box. And the handle is not on this side like the other bags are, but on the top. And this is called the Deluxe Double Organizer. And the size approximate is 24 by, well, excuse me, in centimeters. In inches, it's 9.5 by 9.5 by 6 3/4, because it's much wider. So it expands. And as you can see, there are 2 zippered sections. So let's open that. I love this handle at the top. I'm very excited to think about how I'm going to decorate this. And I have to pick another project because there's so much space in here. So look at this space. It expands. I am putting my primitive wool stitching in here. This one is buttermilk basin. My needles fit in these little pockets, and my thread for this project. Plus I still have all of this space here. And there's a pocket on the top. I think I need to move my actual project to the top here. But I wanted to show you. So the top half will be my buttermilk basin. And that is this project. Isn't that cute? The scalloped biscuit heart. So I have it in different stages for demonstrating stitching. So I think I will move that to the top here so they're all together. And I think what I will pack in the bottom section of this because look at all this space. There's all these zippered pouches to add. Oh, I probably could fit 3 or 4 projects in here. So I think I'll have to pack another couple projects. And then these 2 bags will encompass everything I need to take for 4 days of class, which is truly amazing. So if you like this particular configuration, this is called the Deluxe Double Organizer. And it comes in different colors, red, but this is so perfect for knitters because the ball of yarn will fit in there. Very, very good. So I will put the link below. Otherwise, if you want to look, it's Yazzii.com. And remember, Yazzie has 2 I's. Yazzii. Well, I hope you enjoyed those 2 bags and that maybe they are in your future too. Off to stitching and packing more projects.